Please stand for the pledge. All right, roll call vote, please. Roll call.
Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Cater.
Here.
Mr. Buckley.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
Please stand for pledge allegiance if you wish. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today, the end of this year and the new beginning. It's going to take place in just a matter of hours for next year. We're swearing people in. We ask that you give those that are taking office wisdom, discernment, make good decisions in their offices. We also ask for healing for those who are in our work family that need healing and their spouses that need healing. We ask that you guide us and direct us and give wisdom to the commissioners as they make the decision on the budget today. And all these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thanks, y'all, for being here.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot of new people here today. We'll welcome you. But let me, first we go over the consent agenda. That's items that we do on a regular basis that aren't controversial at all. Paying certain bills, approving monthly reports, and usually it's not too controversial, so we'll lump them all together.
Right.
You need a motion? Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. No tabled items that were put on this. General business, first one is permission to bid new camera systems for Road and Bridge IT. And Nick, our IT director, but you can tell who you are when
Nick Jones, IT Director. We're just looking to go out for sealed bids for a new camera system on the Road and Bridge. We're wishing to get 360-degree coverage around the outside of the building.
Okay, we need a motion. I'll make a motion that we approve permission for IT to bid new camera system for the Road and Bridge.
I'll second that. Any discussion?
Yeah, where exactly are these cameras going to go?
On the outside,
Just on the
on
building.
the outside of the building.
And we've had some vandalism, we've had some theft out there, even though it's got 6 foot high,
Yeah.
and the safety fences.
Clay, they cut the fence out there before, didn't
They do it frequently,
they? Yeah.
we repair it. And this camera system will replace our old one, which is sort of antiquated. And when we had our new facility built, our new break room, and added on with our new office, and with all that construction, a new system was never designed or installed since that time. And we've been utilizing our old system, and it's just don't have the coverage we need.
Nick, this new system will it be a coax or will it be more of a
It'll be an IP based.
IP? Yeah, okay.
And it's going to be clear enough where we can actually see,
Yes.
other than if they look like Bigfoot when they steal them, because you couldn't identify them, you could tell something was moving and by the fence, but you couldn't tell enough
We
detail
can also
to
have
make
it
an arrest.
where it recognizes somebody during hours. It can send text messages out.
Good.
Someone's on the line.
Be alerts and stuff.
We had an incident where they came in and cut catalytic converters off our vehicles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, just,
I think we caught him, didn't we, Mike?
yeah, and then we've tried to alleviate some of that by clearing some brush and trees along the fence lines, so they're not hidden by that.
Sounds good.
Okay, so hearing no more. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right. Second item is to award the bid for the new door system for Annex Courthouse and Weber Road.
We would like to award the door system Roberts Alarm System for a total of $154,090. That will be the Annex Courthouse and Weber Road. We'll be replacing the current badge system. And I'm also recommending that we pay for it up front now, so it comes out of the 2024 budget. So that's your guys' decision.
That's all gonna be done today.
I got the invoice send it at the end of the meeting.
And that's with Roberts. You
Are
work
we
with
okay
him
with, I
quite a
mean,
bit.
can we get something through in one day to get, or is authorization all you need for the books?
So as long as it's approved by next Monday, that's when 24 budget will close.
So it's approved, but
It's
the
possible.
check doesn't actually have to be cut.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we award the bid for the door alarm system for the Annex Courthouse and Weber to Roberts Alarm for $154,090, and that was to be paid up front.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll come out of maintenance.
That'll come out of maintenance budget. How long, while I'm saying that, what would be, does he have to order this stuff?
He
What
He
time?
does have to order, but he's in the bid process, we put 90 days.
90 days it would be done, or that would get the order
It
on
would be done.
The job
Okay.
has to be completed in 90 days.
it? Okay.
And then I will second that. And is there any discussion?
What's the reason for the replacement?
So the current system we have now is due up in the end of May, or in May sometime. But we would like a local vendor to come fix the doors. Right now, if we have a door problem, we call them, it might be a week or two before they come down.
And sometimes longer than that.
Right now, I'm having here in an hour, so that's the biggest reason we want to change.
Nick, I gotta ask you a question. Does Roberts like our keys? Does he do the keys, or that still stays the same?
So everything that has the door card now, we'll replace it, and there's a few other doors we'll replace. We will still have keys for these doors here.
Will it be one company with all the same, or we still have different?
There'll still be different keys, and we'd have to change the locks and everything
Okay.
to switch all that out.
But all the badges will be the same.
All the badges will be the same, and they will open up here and at Weber Road as well.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
All right, well, right now, that's all we had on the agenda. So is there any public comment? None? Any correspondence? All right, and before we get started here.
We got department.
Yeah, right before we do that, since we're on those, is Dan in the house?
Dan is in the house.
Dan Bullock, please.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or he might be out in the hallway.
Well, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, how many years, Dan? 40 something, I should say.
43.
43
A little
years.
over that.
Well, really, Dan, the longest really acting sheriff of the state, am I right?
One guy,
One guy?
longer, yeah, couple of years,
Yeah. You've been, what now, 32
32.
years?
Well, come on up here in the middle. Yeah, you got to stand right there.
Stuck in the middle.
I do want to say thank you very much. Been well appreciated, and I'm so glad that I got to get on the butt end of it to work with you. And I know we won't talk about that though, but well, right now we just have a small plaque for token of appreciation, and it goes without saying that we appreciate the service that you.
I appreciate that.
Hey, I want to say something. I was actually there when you got hired to be sheriff. I lived above the jail.
Not in it.
Not in it. I lived above it over here.
Did you toss him out?
No, they didn't have to, his mom took it.
Yeah.
He was a little guy then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
appreciate it
Dan.
so much.
Yeah, speak.
My wife told me,
Oh.
don't bring all that crap home from your office, and now here you've added another.
Tell her I'll help. Hey.
There's no wall left.
Oh, well, her car then.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate everybody and all the help you give me over the years. It's been a good ride. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
I hope you weren't the crap she was talking about bringing home.
That remains to be seen yet.
Well, Greg in the house?
Greg, get up here.
Right in the house.
Right in the middle. Greg, I'm not sure how many years is this for you?
Same.
You've been there the whole time? 39. Well, they say he was the only one that could put up with it. But anyway, sorry. But, Greg, thank you very much for service. Wish we could do a lot more, but right now we'll start with that. But thank you so much.
How many years was that?
What's that? 39?
39.
And 39 total career, 37 with the county, 2 with.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Greg.
He's got a great hairstyle. We appreciate that. You're on department.
All right, departmental reports.
Let's get mine before you get there. Go ahead. Two things. One, the filing for the April elections ended last night at 5 o'clock. We have several that have elections. We have several boards that do not have elections. And I would suspect there'll be some arm twisting that goes on in the next week or so to try to get somebody off the race so that they don't have to pay for an election. Because as they changed a few years ago, if you've only got 2 openings for 2 spots, you don't have, in some of these spots, you don't have to have the election, which saves them a few $1,000. For the collector, it's very busy. Yesterday was down the stairs. They had hundreds, that new drop box is working very well. They had hundreds, might add to their postage costs sending all the receipts back, but that was very helpful. And we made sure that our video cameras were focused on that too. So when somebody says, yeah, I made sure that I got it.
And Clay, I want to give command to Road and Bridge built that new box.
They did. Yeah.
Yep. They
We got
built
some
that
very
new
good
box and made it
fabricators.
way
Excellent
better than what the
fabricators.
old one
We
was.
did.
Now they're gonna have to fabricate some handicap parking spots that keep getting taken down by our drivers.
That all you had?
That's all I got. Let me get what's gonna happen yet today. We're gonna talk about the budget here, any changes that need to be made. At 10:30, you will adopt that budget. Then after that shouldn't take long. We will have the swearing in. Now, I've told them 11 o'clock, so you're gonna have to tell me because I don't want it to be, I ran several Easter egg hunts. And if you start an Easter egg hunt on time, you're in serious trouble when the mom gets the kids out of the car and the Easter egg hunt's over. We don't want, if you've got relatives and friends that, I don't mind starting the swearing in early. We may do it for the continuing office holders, but I really am reluctant to do it because everybody that called the office, we said 11 o'clock, and I don't want somebody, this kid's driving in from someplace to be here, to say, hey, you should have been there a few minutes ago. So we'll see what time the budget ends, and we may have a pre-reception for the swearing, rather than, that way everybody can come in and talk and mingle, and then I'll settle it down. Does that sound okay? All right.
And the one standing in the back can come up front to the front pew if you want. This isn't like church.
And I want to make a point, Commissioner Buckley got a great discount on the Christmas cake, so make sure that you get some of it.
Yeah.
The pieces will stand
It
all
was
by
left over,
themselves.
so we got it
They're
cheap.
kind of stiff, they'll stand all by themselves.
Kim, thank you for picking that up. Louis?
Oh, yeah. Well, I hate to interrupt this comedy show this morning and everything. However, who's paying for the cake, by the way?
Not this taxpayer.
Well, he
Not
did,
taxpayers,
he better
no.
tell me how
Okay.
much it was. No, I'm gonna help him.
You need a
So-
receipt?
Not if you're paying for
No.
it. Thanks, Kim, for paying for it.
You're very
I appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you. And I have a file in my drawer, we can put those receipts in, because I have one
So
for
we're
the
gonna
clock.
do the budget here in a moment. Before we get to that, I don't know if Ameren, do we have any people here that get Ameren electricity and get a bill every month? Okay. Well, you should have received this announcement from Ameren. And I don't know how many of you actually opened up the envelope and actually read it before you threw it away, but I wanted to bring your attention to this. Ameren is building a brand new facility out here right off Highway 67, gorgeous facility. It's been well needed because of the previous facility over in what we,
Elton.
River Mines and Elton, what we used to remember. And that's the good news. Here's the not so good news. Ameren has filed a rate increase request with the Public Service Commission that would increase $446 million for an increase of about 16% per month. That would equate to $17.50 additional per month for each customer. So I kind of checked, that would be, by the way, $210 more each year above what you're already paying. So I checked the Ameren website, and there's 1.2 million customers, Ameren customers in Missouri. And that would add an additional $21 million per month if the rate increase is approved, and that would be $255 million annually. Now, our former senator and representative and former mayor of the city of Farmington, you've been through this before. Now, they have public hearings, do they not?
They do.
Does anybody show up for those public hearings?
Very rare.
Okay. The reason I mention that is because if you receive this, it explains where the locations are, the closest being St. Louis or Cape Girardeau in January. But you can also file your comments, written comments, by going to the Public Service Commission, and that's where I think it's incredibly important for you to make the comments, because probably everybody in this room, or most everybody in this room, you're thinking, oh, what's another $210 a year for our electric? But for those that are on fixed income, for the senior citizens, that $210 is probably a year is probably difference of maybe helping make a rent payment or some other payment. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. It's Missouri Public Service Commission, and by law they have to post all that information, and they actually read.
They have to be read, and it's amazing how few comments you get. If you'll put the reason that you feel that this is excessive, and put a couple lines, that will be, you just don't, I don't want it. You know, it doesn't usually get too much consideration. But if there's some reasoning to it, they read it, they file it, and then there's pressure put on the commissioners to be able to, they'll give them some raise. It's a public entity that they have to be able to come, but they may not get near as much as they've requested.
Sure. And for those of you that are stockholders with Ameren, I apologize if I hurt your feelings. Do you want to go to the budget now?
Sure.
So I'll also put these comments in black and white so they are submitted with the minutes, so that when somebody comes back 6 months from now and questions, well, why did you do this, or why did you said this and everything? No, now it's on video and now it's in written form. Media has that. The St. Francis County area is designated as a first-class county, with the county auditor serving as a county budget officer as regulated by Missouri Statute Chapter 50. The annual budget process began with Audit Manager Amber Mongelet in July of this year, with the distribution of monthly reports for office holders and department heads. The mid-year physical numbers are compiled with reviews of economic factors that includes previous year's actual financial figures from 2022 through 2024. The budget request estimates were due September 1st to the auditor's office, with any requests received after September 11th to be set by the auditor. Office holders and department heads met with the county commission to compile a recommended budget that was reviewed by the auditor in December of 2024. Public hearing for the proposed budget was held by the commission December 17th. The proposed budget was posted on the St. Francis County website. The auditor's office originally submitted a conservative fiscal responsible budget to the commission based on past year performances and predicted unknown revenues. So, the bottom line. The auditor's office has forecasted revenue for 2025 at $37.7 million to include, that's $37.7 million, to include the previous year's surpluses of $16.3 million, for a total of $54 million. Predicted 2025 expenses are forecasted at $47.5 million, which includes $17.3 million for wages and benefits and almost $10 million to be expended from the surplus funds. And the estimated 2025 surplus of $6.5 million includes $3.3 million from special revenue funds that are restricted by state statute. As the county budget officer and auditor, this office will be vigilant in reviewing, investigating, and monitoring all procedures, requisitions, and spending to protect the citizens of St. Francis County. This budget message respectfully submitted by yours truly as the county auditor. Amber Mongelay did all of the work, or did a tremendous amount of work. I won't give her all the credit because the county commission, department heads, office holders do an awful lot of the work. But do you have anything you need to add to that, Amber?
I don't. I know in the budget hearing, there was a discussion about some potential changes to the circuit court fund budget. Since then, the presiding judge has said that change is no longer necessary. So the proposed budget that was presented and posted is what we're recommending to be approved.
And commission-wise, we reviewed yesterday. I think we felt this year, the commission, we kind of went office to office and I think in the past they haven't. We got with the auditors and I think we're in agreement. We have an official line on budget. Yep.
And it is posted on the website. If you want to review it, it's only 75 pages of line items. So 78 pages. Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, but throughout the year,
You were
when
short
we
and
spend
sweet,
money,
Louis.
you can go back to that budget and see that it was
Yeah.
approved in that budget. If it's not, they have to make approval for any other expenditures other than what's in there.
Yes.
And the final budget, when approved today, will be posted on the website as well.
And the only thing we could really say in the final budget, I think was within operating, maybe at mid-year, we review taxes, look fine, I think we'll be fine, but if something doesn't have to work out, we might mid-year have to look back and make cuts. But as of right now, I think we're sitting pretty
The
good.
county treasurer does a good job of staying on top of that revenue
Yeah.
for us and
Yeah.
forecasting for it. So.
I saw Dana come in. She came here to check on you, Parks.
You want to recess?
Yeah, we're
Or
gonna.
you can go ahead
well,
and adjourn if you want.
Well, we can recess till,
Till
10:30,
10:30.
so, because, we have to, of course,
You got
give.
6 minutes. So.
Yes, so, unless somebody has something for the next 6 minutes, wants to tell us how good we've been doing, you're more than welcome to. Or we'll recess just for the 6 minutes. Yes, yes.
I'd like to make one comment. Our Shop with Cop program was a great success. We got 588 kids. We had 30 kids that were sick or out, so we had way over 600. We've been picking up a few of those and getting those done, but thanks to everyone that helped with that.
Gotcha, thank you. And again, thank you for allowing us to be part of it. I didn't get to spend much time down there, but I do know, a couple of them in here, we're down there with you, and I just appreciate what you've done with that, Dan, because if you guys have not seen the Shop with a Cop, I beg you just to spend a little time in there to shop with a kid, and when you're walking with that kid and she or he is wanting to buy something for their brother, their mom, or their sister, whatever, and it just breaks your heart. And so whoever donated the extra $100 gift cards, and it's probably William, I would imagine, is that Walmart donate those cards that were at the register? Because usually I bring $30 with me, and it gets used up because I went over. It's my fault. I'm estimating for these kids, and I'm like, oh, okay, $5 extra. So you just pay the $5. But they didn't have to do that this year. They had cards ready, and I don't know if that went to your donations or what, but it was a great thing. So
Dan, I just wanted to make a comment. That is probably the top Shop with a Cop in the nation. Has been for how many years?
32.
Yep. That is
awesome.
And I think that is very well respected, you guys doing this.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll let them take a picture with you. Okay.
Where we recess?
Yep, we'll just go into
Just
recess.
5 minutes.
Vote.
All in favor, say
Aye,
aye.
say aye. Carrie, say aye. Say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're in recess
We're in
for 5
recess for
minutes.
5 minutes.
Any newly elected official, if you want to have your picture taken with the cake before it's cut, do it right now. You've got 5 minutes to do it. So take a picture of the cake and you and it. Might as well get a picture while you're here.
I guess, picture with the cake.
Well, if you wait for it to be all cut up, it's really tough to take a picture of that. With you,
I want you in the picture.
You're fine today.
I know, I felt bad because I was standing here,
now, if you want to have everybody come in, we're going to go ahead and cut the cake because we'll have about 27 minutes rather than sit around and do nothing. Let everybody come in and talk and stuff, and we'll go back in there. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Take a picture.
No, you.
Are you one to do? Why not?
Got it. All right, man, thank you.
Yes.
Hello,
Just go stand right there so I can put it on our page.
Tell Kevin not to lift it, but I'm gonna lift it. Here they come. Where are you?
Yeah, you break it and I'm gonna hit you. It makes it harder to cut.
You know that's assault.
I don't care. Do I live? I got 5, no, I've only got 3 years. Where I'm spending. You didn't know that. Yeah, I know the stage where kids. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Hey!
Mary, go ahead.
Thank you, I appreciate the 7 o'clock.
Mary, Mary, go ahead. Just set them out. Stay beside, set them out. Hey, welcome everybody. Come in. We have got to do the budget in 1 minute. We've already got the preliminary, so it won't take long. Then we're going to go ahead and have cake because we're going to wait till 11 o'clock because that's what's been posted to swear them in. And if somebody's kid's late or something, you can't restart it. So we're going to go ahead and do the reception before the swearing in, okay? We'll be ready for the budget in 1 minute.
No problem eating cake first.
Black eye.
I should have known better.
Well, it's boss, I better make sure he's happy. I'm always honest. I met that young lady next week. I'm younger every time I see her. I was a good boss. You were a great boss. Hey. Well, I can't say the word, but I took a good chewing. Yep.
Hey, Kevin, you got your gloves?
Oh, I got some big water bottles too if you need them in the, over here. We'll open that door and I got, that's my piece.
All right, for the elected officials, I've already signed your oath that you have to have. See, Linda, we have to have a copy of it. You can have a copy of it, okay? So we've got. All right, you don't have to do the whole
No, I'll just.
pledge and
Here
stuff,
at
just the
10:30,
roll
I'll
call
say.
and open it, the roll call, and then you bring up the subject and you can make a motion.
That's. Everybody's so quiet. No, not yet. Oh, all right. All right, we are, roll call for the budget.
Commissioner Gallagher. Commissioner Buckley.
Here.
Commissioner Cater.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
All right, we are going to take up the 25, approving the 25 budget.
Need a
And
motion and-
need a, yeah,
I'll make a motion that we approve the 2025 budget.
I'll second that. Any discussion?
We've been working on this for a couple months, the auditor's office, Louis, Amber, we just did in the regular meeting, made any final things. We've had a 2-week open period for people to make comments, so we're ready if there's other comments.
Any other comments? Nobody wants to?
This budget is available online on our website, itemized. How many pages? I'm sorry, Louis.
Just 78.
78 pages. You can look at the budget. And then throughout the year, as we spend money, you can make sure that it was in the budget, but it always is, because we have 3 different departments to check to make sure that what we spent is in the budget. All right?
And we are going to try to make some of that a little more user-friendly if we can for some of the questions, so. Anyway, then I will ask for, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
No, I gotta make a motion.
You did.
You made the
I already
motion.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you have to do is-
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Hearing none, we've passed the 25 budget, and
Entertain a
thank you
motion
so
to
much.
adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.